Welcome, everybody.
Yes!
We are Bacon is My Podcast, and this is What's Your Bacon in 7 Questions, where we have lovingly distilled the meaning of life, the meaning of happiness, the meaning of all joy.
Everything,
right? Everything positive in the world, down to just 7 questions. We bring a guest on, we ask them these 7 questions, we find out a little bit about them, we cut to the core of the human that they are, we play around. We play around in the cream of their Twinkie. We play around. We mess around in the creamy center of their Oreo.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we do. That is what we do here to find out what makes them tick-tock, my friends.
Absolutely.
That's what we do. Today, we have...
I can't... Wait. So this is a new spot on the show.
You really got to stop doing this.
So
this makes it worse.
Jacob.
Yes.
He has written this intro for you.
Wow. Hey, all right.
Yeah,
it is epic as F.
It is not epic as F.
It is epic
You're
AF.
overselling it. You're overselling it.
And he's going to do it. He's a singer. He's going to do it all in one single breath.
We're all in one breath.
Ooh, breath control.
Right. All right. Look at my lip trills. All right. 2022 National Music Prize Grand Champions. The new singles Trippin' and Seattle are available now. Both are messages of growth and finding your way through the pain of emotional and mental struggles, which goes with the band's goal of provoking the mind through heartfelt lyrics and intentional musicality. That's a tough thing to say. They've opened for Bon Jovi on the 2022 tour. They signed with Sono Music Group earlier this fall. Not bad for a band that formed as a one-off for a concert in December of 2017. We welcome from Grand Rapids, Michigan, Mr. Jacob Betts from the American Hotel System. What's up, dude? How are you?
Hey, thank you for the intro. I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. We're great.
He did 4 breaths.
Yeah, I did 4 breaths.
You did 4 breaths.
And you know what? They were by the way breaths.
They were.
So you know it's good. It's the by the way breaths. So for all my vocal students out there, by the way breaths. By the way. That's
Jacob, we've done this type of thing. What's your bacon in 7 questions like 250 times or so.
Oh boy,
bunch of times.
So. Yeah. Are you ready for the consumers of Bacon is My Podcast to get to know the nooks and crannies of your English muffin?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Let's dig in.
I love a good English muffin.
Who doesn't, right? I will say an underrated burger bun.
Dude, we did a whole episode where we talked about that.
Oh,
and we had
that's a great idea.
We legit had it.
A lot of diners and delis will do it for like a breakfast burger where they'll throw like the egg on there and stuff. But just as a regular burger bun, underrated. I will say it's pretty excellent.
Nice.
Pretty excellent.
Yeah.
Because it's thin and it's crunchy. It's good.
Yeah, we did a burger episode where I did that and I blew his mind.
Yeah, blew my mind.
All right, let's do this.
Question number 1. Jacob, how many pillows is too many?
Oh boy. How many pillows is too many? I'm going to say more than 3. More than 3. I think 3 is a good number. I need 2 at least.
Right.
For my head. And then occasionally a third one on one of my sides, you know. I don't know. I would say more than 3. More than that, I'm like, are you okay? Like,
if it's over 3, there might be an injury.
Right.
That you're taking care of.
You have to like climb. You have to, summit a mountain of pillows to get on the bed. If there's more than 3. So
that's true.
Right.
That's true.
Bed technically a pillow.
Right. Yeah. There are dead, frozen other
true.
people that didn't make it to the top of the bed, like Everest.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Previous victims.
All right, sir. Question number 2. What is the perfect pizza order?
The perfect pizza order. This might be boring, but there's a place here in Grand Rapids called Roberto's, and just a plain old pepperoni pizza from them is amazing. It's perfect. It's the perfect amount of crust, of sauce, of flavor. Really, I think it makes the dish shine, right? Like the pizza, not one ingredient over the other. just pepperoni, classic. I'll die on that hill.
Nice.
Well,
nice.
no, we always say that if your standard pizza is not good, then
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what
Your
you put
toppings
on.
don't matter.
Yeah,
It's the base, right?
Yep,
you have to have a good
Right.
base. Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're coming to you from New York right now, so it's like, so like they're pretty snobby about. I'm not from New York. I'm from the Midwest. So I came here and I was like, you guys are snobby about pizza. And then I ate it and I'm like, oh man, it's so good.
I get why you're snobby.
I understand.
It's like you've heard the Jon Stewart rant about Chicago deep dish.
About Chicago deep
Yes.
dish. It's a
Not
it's a
being
casserole.
It's a casserole.
Yeah. And you know what?
I gotta tell you, we did an episode where we did a swap with somebody with
somebody
Lou
from Chicago.
Malnati's.
Lou Malnati's we got, and we sent them
Oh.
some New York pizza.
Yeah, and you know what? There's a place in my heart for some Chicago
It's
style
a good
pizza.
casserole, man.
Absolutely.
It's the best casserole I've ever had.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yes.
And you know what? I can't pick up the outer side of a casserole when I get to it and eat it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, John. You should come on and argue it.
Yeah. Laying down the gauntlet.
Laying down the gauntlet. John Stewart, come school us. Oh, he would wipe the floor with us
We'll invite you back.
so fast.
Maybe you've got something.
I would
more
love
we-
to have him
what
wipe
we
the
would
floor
say.
with me about any topic.
Amazing,
he could do
right?
it. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Oh,
What an
You're
amazing speaker.
immediately
right?
So
disqualified.
good.
We need
He's so
help.
good.
We don't need.
Yeah.
We don't need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so good. All right, question number 3, true or false question this time.
Oh.
Cereal is a soup.
Oh. True.
See, this one gets existential.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I noticed.
What does the answer say
those,
about you?
For those who aren't watching on Strangerhood
Yeah.
TV, Jacob, you kind of like looked behind you to just kind of see if anybody was around you.
Yeah. If my wife
you
was here. Yeah.
I mean, are you embarrassed by that?
He looked for a lifeline, but he also looked
So
at the
here's the thing.
incredible stack of knowledge behind him because he's in this library.
It's the library in progress. These are 2 of 9 shelves that are going in. So
That's
Nice.
awesome. That's
yeah,
awesome.
I'm in a new studio space in the basement that's not done right now. I'm not a big soup guy
Right?
to start with. Like that's my wife loves soup. This is
Okay.
actually a point of contention in our
Oh, okay.
relationship,
Okay.
and it always has been. She loves soup. Like that's what she would eat every day. She'd eat it for every meal if she could. She loves it. And she's like, I wish. She just told me last week, I wish you loved soup. It's just so good and so warm. And I said to her, when I want a meal, I don't want to drink. I want to eat a solid food,
Right.
and I don't want to drink it. And so I'm a bad person to ask about soup, but I would say I'm also not a cereal guy.
Okay.
Okay.
But if I had to gun to my head, I would say, yeah, I think it meets the standards for a soup.
Well, and I would also say if you're not a cereal guy and you're not a soup guy, it might be because they're so close to the same thing, which also
I think that's why.
would
Yeah.
point towards true.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right.
True.
All right.
It is indeed a soup.
I like that. Question number 4: gift cards. Lame gift idea or great gift idea?
Depends on the person.
Okay.
Okay.
Depends on the person.
So for you as a receiver and a giver.
Being a touring musician.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the other thing. Or just a musician in general.
Well, yeah.
Who doesn't want other people picking out your stuff?
Who obsessively looks at their gear and tries to figure out, okay, well, what do I need?
Yeah.
I'm never going to wear that barbed wire guitar strap.
I would say that gift cards, good gift idea. They can't. I think it's in your presentation. I can see it could be cold
Ooh.
Yes.
in your
Okay.
presentation. If it's just like thoughtless.
Right.
I'm a collector, as you can see. Like you already mentioned, my books.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a huge book guy. I'm looking at like 12 boxes right now in front of me of stored books that are going to go on shelves. So there's a few people who really know the books that are on my like want list for my collection. But if you don't know for sure, I'd take a gift card to a bookshop every day, and I'd be like, oh, thank you. Now I can go and pick the one I want.
It means they know
I think it has to do with the intentionality, or if it's a book someone loved and they say, this really meant a lot to me. I'd love for you to read it. That also means a lot too.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say, good gift idea. Good gift idea.
Sidetrack real quick because I have one. Is there a book that you have given to people more than any other book? Like something where you were like, yo, you need to read this. Do you need this will help you, or this will entertain you, or do you have one that like is more than others?
I have two.
Okay.
The first one is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. It's a fantasy, epic fantasy novel.
Okay.
If you haven't read any Sanderson, highly recommended. One of the greatest fantasy authors ever. Best-selling fantasy author ever, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
He's just never had an adaptation of anything. None of his books have been adapted. That's why not a lot of people know who he is. You either know him and you're like, yes, or you don't know him. So that book, I'll find copies. I've purchased copies just to give them as gifts because I love that book so much. The second one, so that's fun. The other one's practical, and it's a book called We're Pregnant. And it is a week-by-week walkthrough of pregnancy written by a man for men who are expectant fathers.
Okay.
And I loved it because I'm a very, like, I want to know as much as possible about a thing. I found out my wife was pregnant 2 years ago, and I went, I need to read all the books. And I read like 5 before the first ultrasound, right? That one was great because it walked week by week. So I've had, I think, 7 friends in the last 18 months who have been expectant fathers who I've bought that book for and given it to them. It's a really good one.
18 months.
Yeah.
Right? Like
we're in that era of adulthood, I guess, where all of our friends from college are having children.
Right, yeah. I'm just trying to think of like what's socially or economically or like worldwide in the last 17 months.
I'm going to tell you.
Like, did Al Green come out with a new record? Like what?
So like when my son was first born, so my son just turned 10, right? So it was what to expect when you're expecting.
Right,
that was the
right.
big thing, right?
Yeah.
I got one because I thought it would be good, comedy relief kind of thing, called The Caveman's Guide to Pregnancy and fatherhood. Don't get that one. It's just a funny read. That's all it is.
All right.
It's not going to prepare you for fatherhood.
I'm not a dad. So.
No, you don't have to worry about that.
I love my
but
life.
But yeah, if you want a fun read, get that book. If you want to know what to do when you have a kid, don't get that book. Don't bother. Entertainment
value only. Yeah.
Yes.
My book that I recommend to everyone and that I've given more than I've given any other book ever is a book called The Tao of Pooh. And if you haven't read it, I recommend it. It changed my life. Like literally one of those things that changed my life. Where like I read it and my whole perspective and outlook on how I interact with people and how I interact with like myself and how I make decisions. Everything changed. It gave me a perspective of being able to. It gave me the ability to zoom out in life, like you would if you were looking at something in a camera and saying, "Okay, this is my focus right now. This is my focus right now," and to zoom out and go, "Okay, I went from this picture to this picture. What's happening in the bigger one?"
Wow.
I feel like that book changed my life.
I feel like I should know that. Did you ever tell me that?
I've probably told it to you before, but I never gave it to you because we've never had a talk where you were having like some kind of crisis that book would have happened for. Okay. But I've given that book out at least.
I might not have been listening either.
Benjamin Hoff.
At least 10. Yes, that's it. That's it right there. I've given it out at least 10 times.
Wow.
I've rebought it every time I've given it out because I've always given out my own copy.
Yeah.
And I recently, funny enough, didn't think I still had a copy, so I bought one and had it sent to a friend. And then my band changed studios, and as I was cleaning the studio and finding things, I found my copy of it, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Nice.
There you
and
go.
so I brought it home, so I have it at home now. So it's I'm gonna read it again, but it's also ready again for whenever I need to give it again.
Nice.
I love that. I love that whole thing. All right, so to get back on track now. Is it your turn? Or is it
No,
my
it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. All right. Number 5. What number is Mike thinking of?
Is this between any?
Any
Just
number.
any
Between
number.
1
All
and
numbers.
all the numbers.
Yeah.
42.
Good choice.
It was
Douglas
a good
Adams.
choice.
Was it right?
Yep.
No. Question number 6. What is your go-to jukebox pick?
Wake Up Little Susie by the Everly Brothers.
Dude, great
That's
choice.
the first time that's actually, I'm surprised because that's
Yeah.
that's a banger.
That's a solid song, yeah.
I'm surprised it hasn't been chosen before.
I'm surprised it hasn't been covered by somebody yet.
I grew up with grandparents who owned an award-winning antique shop, and
Ooh,
they
nice.
had
Oh.
a jukebox in their antique shop, and it worked. And they had it on free play for all the customers who came in, and that was 114. That was track 114 on the jukebox. So,
Nice.
yeah,
Oh, man.
that's always a special place in my heart.
Oh, dude,
That's
that's
awesome.
awesome. That's so cool.
We actually just had somebody on that had grandparents
Right, that also
with
had a...
that had a jukebox
Yeah.
in their
Yeah.
living room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was mine as well. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, they had 3. They had 2 at the shop and 1 in their house, and a Coke machine, like an old
Oh, like the old
50s
bottle...
Coke machine.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It killed at parties, man. Like,
It looks like a
Dime.
fridge that doesn't open.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
You know, they had a little bowl of dimes that people would put in, or a nickel, and
Right.
and get one out in the glass bottles, and that was the highlight, man. All the family parties and get-togethers had that.
Oh, that's
Nice.
so cool.
Nice.
It's so cool.
There are certain things that'll always kill at a family party, and a Coke machine is one. I also think like a popcorn machine.
Oh yeah.
That
will
was
do
them
that.
as well.
And a pinball machine. If you
Ah,
you have a
yes.
pinball machine, people be into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll put the jukebox in there. I think jukebox before pinball machine, because if you have a real jukebox in your domicile, oh man, that'll kill.
Yeah.
They would take me to estate sales and let me pick out 45 records to put in the jukebox.
Nice.
Songs I wanted to hear. You know, I would pick
Yeah,
them
yeah.
and put them on the. Had a
That's
whole bunch
so
of
cool.
Queen and in
That's
their
great.
jukebox.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Nice.
Well, Jacob, we've made it. We've done a long journey here, but we have made it to the 7th question.
So, oh boy,
Yeah, we're here.
Now,
The title
I-
is What's
I-
Your Bacon in 7 Questions.
I'd
So,
love to tell you the 7th question doesn't really matter, but it does.
It does. It does.
You want to explain why?
Well, I mean, it doesn't. But it does.
It does.
It does in the way that if you answer it with your full heart, and we deem that answer to be with your full heart, right? We will be judging harshly. And we say, yo, Jacob's answer, that was a solid
That's good.
answer.
That was a good
solid
answer.
answer. We will then bestow upon you a bonus question.
ooh, all right.
Right? I know. Try and hold back your excitement a little bit, dude. You're overselling. So, in the history of the show, like he said, we've had 200 plus shows. The amount of people that we have not felt were worthy of the bonus question, percentage-wise.
Are we going percentage or actual?
Well, yeah, because I suck at numbers. Well, wait, you also suck at numbers.
Well, the
But you're good
scope
at
of people.
percentages.
Oh, percentages. No, I could do that.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to go by people.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah, what's the
percentage-wise,
who, like, that have not gotten it?
7,
Right.
Carry the 3.
Yeah, carry the 3.
0.
Nobody's not got it.
Oh. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So if you
You
don't,
thought we were going left and we went right.
Yeah.
so if you don't get this question, Jacob,
It'd be weird.
it'd be
It'd be
incredible.
awkward. It'd be a first.
It would be
Right?
a
It
first,
would be the first,
which would also make it awesome. So
it would make you legend.
I apologize
Derek.
in advance that you're unlikely to be the first to not get it.
Yeah. But here we go.
Here it is.
All right.
All right. So everything else has been funny. Everything else has been fun, right? So this one, I want to like. You write serious songs. There's a heart in there. There's a heart that beats, right? Like a drum. I want you to look at that heart right now.
Yeah.
And I want you to look at the little door that's right on the front of it. I want you to take the little key and I want you to open that door, that little locked door. I want you to look inside that heart. And I want you to be like, hey, heart, I need you for a second. I just need you for a second. I know we save you. We save you for songs. We save you for releases. We save you for moments when we need you. But right now, I mean, it's not that important, but we're just going to use you anyway. This is like a gimme, right? And I want you to look in that heart, and I want you, Jacob, to let us know how you feel about garden gnomes.
Garden gnomes. Man. Are you anybody? Are you guys Shakespeare fans at all?
I'm a
Yeah.
Shakespeare. I like Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I have the leather-bound complete works right there. So Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
Yes.
You know, underrated. You know, I mean, what a
I
piece
agree.
of cinema.
I agree.
Because not only did it take a tragedy, right? I mean, a timeless tragedy, and modernize it into a modern context for a whole new generation. But it also gave a whole generation an appreciation for garden gnomes, which unfortunately, in the world we live in, are seen as a weird. I feel like they're kind of put in the same category as Crazy Cat Lady. I don't know why. But,
Well,
you know, when
Interesting
people,
take. Yeah.
people see garden gnomes, you go, oh, man, that's weird. No,
Right.
man. Yeah, if you have the confidence to put a garden gnome outside, I look at you and go, wow, what a cozy person that must be. You know?
Cozy.
So
Yeah.
So we
What
again we're math people.
Yeah. What do you think if there are 7 garden gnomes?
7 dwarves.
Right.
Oh, there you go.
But do you think
right?
like 7 times as cozy, or do you think like they probably have a body buried somewhere?
No, it's 8. 8 is the
anything over 7. Yeah.
So like
Okay.
more than 2, you like these people have a story.
You got a story.
Yeah,
I want to know
yeah.
about your life.
8, we're talking souls per
8.
garden gnome.
I'm looking at the exits.
Okay. You know, I'm thinking about there is and I'm trying to think where it is. It's I believe it's in Michigan. I don't remember where. Let me look.
Michigan, by the way, for those of you that don't know, is a huge place.
Yes.
It's very large. Yes.
It's
Yeah,
huge.
in
Deceptively.
Charlevoix. Okay, Charlevoix up north.
Okay.
There was an architect named Earl Young who built what they call mushroom houses, and they call them or gnome houses.
Okay.
And you can go and see these houses built. You know, it's like a whole village of them in some places. And I would say in that context, 8 garden gnomes fit right in. If you're in the middle of
Okay.
a suburb
Right.
and there's 8 garden gnomes, maybe you should look for the exit sign.
Right.
But
If there's no garden,
if there's no garden for the
yet there's
gnomes to
8
be
gnomes,
in, that's a little strange.
what are they guarding?
You know?
Right.
They're the souls of the departed.
Must be, yeah.
Yeah.
So once again, I think context is key. You know, for the garden gnomes.
I think that's a
Context
super
key.
important thing.
That's important for life.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
important for
going to
life.
say this based on your story, your you're focusing people. You're telling people go
Yeah.
here
Oh,
to go
yeah.
check this out
Yeah.
to be able to like embrace the garden gnome in
There was
more
thought,
than 8.
there was extra story in
Because
there. There
we've
was-
stricken a lot of fear
Yes.
within our listeners. Like
Right.
eight garden gnomes.
yeah.
I do think that we've stricken a lot of fear in people, but now that you've given something, I think you get the bonus question.
Yeah, there's probably 2 places on Earth where 8 is okay.
Right.
But I will agree
And,
that they're
and
okay.
that was one.
Charlevoix is
I-
one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah.
And you get the bonus question, sir.
Ah, yes.
The other one's like Norway.
Woo!
Yeah. So the bonus question is this: we've got a multiple choice, right? There's got to
Right.
be at least one on a test.
Right.
Bacon. Is it a topping? Is it a side? Is it a main course?
There's no all of the above.
Do we look like guys who play by rules here?
Yeah,
don't
you know.
I don't know if we're rule players, so
So I'll say this:
there is only your answer.
if someone gets a cheeseburger with bacon on it, we don't call that just a cheeseburger. We call it a bacon cheeseburger,
Damn right.
right?
Or do you call it a cheeseburger with bacon?
No one calls it that.
No, crazy
No one
people
calls
call
it
it
that.
that.
Yeah.
It is a bacon cheeseburger.
Yes.
Thus, I think making it the centerpiece of the burger. Better than that, we played in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, 2 weeks ago at Music Fest, and we were loading our stuff at our first stop. We played 3 shows in one day, which was wild.
Ooh,
but our
nice.
first stage we were unloading and trying to figure out logistics and stage manager and who's where. And I smelled, oh man, what I was like, that smells so good. What is that? Like, it smells like bacon, but I like, why is it so strong? Like, and we got off stage and went to get food. And right next to the stage, there was a tent called Bacon on a Stick.
What?
Yeah.
And it was just a food stand that sold different types of bacon
Oh,
on sticks.
Yeah.
incredible.
And
That's
I
the thing.
went,
It's life.
that is genius.
Yes.
Main course.
Okay. Is that your final answer? Because we liked your first answer way better.
Right.
I'm going to say all the above. I'm going to lean towards all the above.
Okay. All right. Well, that would make
That
you
is the
correct.
correct answer. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we don't play by rules here.
Right.
So, yeah.
We share in the rules with our guests.
Exactly.
Right? Our guest is now part of the show. You are a host as well. We are all hosting this
All right.
thing together.
Welcome to
Therefore-
Bacon, my podcast.
Exactly. So
Exactly.
therefore it can be everything.
So before we head out of here and head on to the main episode, sir, please let everybody know where they can hear, see, and experience American Hotel System.
You can listen to the American Hotel System wherever you like to stream music. We're on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, if you still use iTunes and want to actually buy your music. You can get it on
great.
Bandcamp.
That'd be amazing, right?
YouTube Music. Where else are we? Tidal. We're on Tidal. In fact, our releases on there are like the hi-fi certified whatever. It's the best listening experience, I will say.
They're like FLAC
highest
files
quality,
for all you-
lossless. Yeah, it's lossless FLAC. You can also go to our website, theamericανhotelsystem.com or americanhotelsystem.com. You don't have to have the "the" on there, and you can buy it directly from us.
Do it.
Which you should do.
Buy it directly from the artist.
Yes.
Dang it.
And some of their merch too, which they got some cool merch.
Yeah, they get some really cool merch.
Yeah.
I was checking that out myself. So
It's a common mistake. It's not system.
Yeah. That's still our greatest selling T-shirt ever.
It should be because it's great. It's pretty excellent. It's
Yes.
pretty excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, everybody between now and our hangout with Jacob, I hate to say interview because it's not really that.
No,
Our
it's
hangout
not.
that you're going to listen to on Monday. Check out the American Hotel System. Check out the music. Check out the new singles. Check out everything. And remember to ask yourselves every single day. And I'm going to ask Jacob right after I ask you. What is that thing in your life that could be a topping, a side, or a main course? What is that thing that makes your life a little bit better? What is that thing in your life that makes every single day go by a little bit easier? What is that thing that makes it just a little bit more enjoyable to be a human being? What's your bacon? And Jacob, what's your bacon?
My bacon is... I'm torn between two things right now.
Oh, we
Really
have a
am.
couple of bacons.
So my first bacon is my son.
Nice.
He's 15 months old, and which means he is developed enough to communicate, basically, a little bit. But he's not developed enough to understand consequences for actions.
Ah, beautiful.
It's a fun
So
age.
He
Beautiful.
keeps us on our toes. But he is equal parts fierce and just sweet. Such a sweet soul, a sweet person.
They have to
and
be, otherwise we'd eat them.
Right,
yeah,
right.
I'm so fortunate to have him, and not just like, oh, he's my son, I love him, but he's a person that I enjoy having in my life, not just because we take care of him, but because I like being around him. So he makes my day.
If he wasn't
a little
yours,
bit
you'd
just
still
that
like him.
easier. I would still want to hang out with
Right,
him
all
if he
right,
was not
good.
my
That's
baby,
good.
right?
That's important.
The second thing, and this seems way less important now that I've been like, oh, my son. The second thing
That's all right.
is specialty coffee,
Oh,
which has been my history. My career has been in specialty coffee for about 8 years. That was the main centerpiece of my career. I've helped open several cafes, and been a manager, been a training person, been a director of coffee. And every day I think that there are there's those spaces that we're drawn towards, right? The idea of a third space,
right.
home, work, and then that third space. And for me, that is my favorite cafe in downtown Grand Rapids. Shout out to Madcap Coffee. If you're ever in the area, swing by Madcap. That's where I learned to love coffee. That's where I learned how to have community. Because it's not just about the drink, right? It's not just about the excellence that it's prepared with, the craft that's poured into it. It's about this shared commonality of togetherness. We're enjoying something that is made with excellence, but also it's meant to bring people together. And so that's my daily driver. Is I go to a cafe every day. That's part of my daily routine, and I also work a remote job, so that's helpful.
It helps.
Yeah.
And then when you're on the road as a musician, it's
Absolutely.
always great to shoot out an Instagram post. Hey, we're in this city. Where's the
Where
good
can
coffee
we go?
at?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So those are the two things that come to mind.
Oh,
Yes.
that's pretty awesome.
I knew
And
about his coffee stuff. We're going to talk about that in
like
the episode.
music, like cooking, like anything else. It's all. I mean, really anything that is worth doing that brings joy. At the end of the day, is that'll bring people together.
Exactly.
Right? So we're going to talk more about that. We're going to talk more about everything. So everybody that's listening right now, definitely come back on Monday. But between now and then, go check out the American Hotel System. Go check out Trippin' in Seattle. Go check out everything, honestly. The music is great.
Yes.
The band is really good. They're solid players. The songs are really good. We're going to get into a lot of different stuff. We'll see where it goes. But between now and then, remember to ask yourselves every day, again, one more time, what's your bacon?